Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. The Truth Hurts at Leonie Cian. I am Leonie Cian and welcome. Sorry guys, I just need to have some water because, happy full moon in Scorpio, by the way. Oh, good God. I was going to do a full moon in Scorpio reading, but I don't think I will. I don't really have the energy, okay? So today, I wanted to talk about hair. Now, I've already done a video on the war on Black beauty, which was my last video I posted on this channel. And so it's kind of going to be kind of like that, but a bit of a spin-off. Today, I kind of wanted to focus more on like hair texture and colorism and texturism and all this type of stuff. Okay, so before we start this video, I'm just going to just let you guys aware. I'm going to make you guys aware that this may be very controversial. I mean, this is why I changed this channel to The Truth Hurts. I'm not really trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but if your feelings get hurt, your feelings get hurt. If the shoe fits, lace it up and wear it, okay? But I just wanted to just let people know, with my Libra scales right here, like I'm just a speaker of truth. And it is what it is. It was what it was, and it will be what it will be. Like, I'm not here to, it's not really a debate, like, to go back and forth and, with a matter of opinion and this, that, and the third. It's not like trying to create some type of, like, war. I'm just saying what the fuck I'm saying. And it's either you agree with me or you don't. But if you don't agree with me, I don't care. I just wanted to start there, okay? Now, my experience, sorry, my nose is tickling me, everything with the fucking, just earth, okay? Oh, my allergies, okay? Fuck's sake. Right. My nose is just really, really tickling me. I just can't take this, okay? Apologies, guys. So, now, as someone who is Black, I am brown-skinned, okay? I'm in between, I'm like chocolate-colored, so I'm in between, I'm not light-skinned and I'm not dark-skinned, but in the summertime, I can look dark-skinned because I love the sun, okay? Now, the camera, because the light is in my face, can make me look lighter. I guess I can look lighter on camera, but I'm actually like, brown skin, okay? So I just thought, I wanted to just say that, I feel like that is important in this conversation today, because as a Black person, regardless of whatever the fuck my skin tone is, as a Black person, okay, with hair texture that is, as you can see, I've got like curly hair. Okay, these are my natural curls. But I've got several different textures, okay? But it's kind of like, it's really difficult to be a part of conversations when it comes to texturism, when it comes to hair, when it comes to the Black community, because I have always been an advocate for loving yourself, loving your natural hair. On my personal Instagram account, I always used to post Black women, specifically like dark-skinned Black women with long, beautiful hair or big afros. And I always try to encourage people, especially who have the thicker textured hair, to embrace their froze and to embrace their texture, because I have noticed in the Black community, and we have to be honest, there is texturism. The Black ignorant dumb wits, okay, okay, well, no, it was the white people actually that introduced the whole colorism and the texturism, but the Black people, the ignorant ones, they will be the ones that say things like, oh, good hair and the pretty hair. And growing up, that's kind of what I was in that category of like, you've got good hair or you've got the pretty hair or you've got this. And it makes, like, putting that label on myself, it's very uncomfortable, especially like when you are around, sorry guys, my nose is like really fucking tickling me, man. Okay, sorry guys. When you are around women who have thicker textured hair, especially light-skinned women or mixed race women, because I've actually suffered a lot of envy and hatred from light-skinned or mixed race women, because they never used to understand, like, how are you brown or how are you darker than me, but your hair was like curlier? Like, what's really going on there? You know what I mean? And so as someone who's kind of like in between, it's quite like you're uncomfortable around certain people when you do show your natural hair texture, because you automatically kind of just become like some type of target or some type of like competition. And I'm not here to compete with anybody. I always, like I said, I feel like everybody should embrace all textures, all skin tones. The war on each other as black women, I think, is really disgusting, because there's not the same war when it comes to black men. In fact, the darker the black man is, like, every person loves a tall, dark-skinned black man. There's not like the same. I'm not saying that in the male community. I mean, if you're a man watching this and you go through certain colorism and shit, let me know in the comments. But I feel like in the male community, there's not so much pressure on like how they look in terms of like their color, their hair or whatnot. But when it comes to the women, it's just like, oh, you have to look like this, you have to have your hair like this, you have to have your hair like that. And it's like, if your hair is a certain type of way, it's like you're not accepted by a community, or you're put up on a pedestal, or you're always having to prove that your hair is real. So for me, that was one of my things. Like, when I was younger, I couldn't leave the house without my hair being straightened. And then when I realized, like, my hair's not naturally straight though, like my great grandmother's hair is, but my hair isn't. I have to accept I have curls, and so I stopped straightening my hair, and it was like liberation for me. But when my hair was straight, and because when I would straighten it, it would be like dead straight, like, so it would look like real silky, right? No one ever believed it was my real hair. Like, I had this white girl, she had beautiful long hair, right? And this white girl I used to work with, she actually put her dirty fucking fingernails in my scalp, because she didn't believe my natural hair was like real. And she was like, I still don't believe you. And when I was younger, I was more timid. So like, people used to walk all over me. I didn't really say anything. I mean, if that was me today, I'd be like, listen, I don't think you should be fucking touching my hair. Like, I mean, just stop right there, darling. Okay. But back in the day, I wasn't like that. And like I said, it was either light skin or mixed race or white people. Like, all the people that didn't believe my hair was real, a lot of the times it came from like the light skin people, and a lot of black people, like, normal black people that look like me. But, growing up in school, I grew up around a lot of beautiful brown skin and dark skin women. And I'm not going to lie, like, majority of us were the ones that had what you would call the good hair or the long hair. Like, the light-skinned women or the mixed race girls, they had either really thick hair or it was curly, but it was short. So, not all of them were like that, but the majority so I grew up around dark skin or brown skin women that had long hair. And in my family, like both sides, a lot of the women are like, further down you go, the darker they are and the longer their hair is and the more finer it is. So I never used to understand the whole stigma of like black girls didn't have long hair, because I was like, well, I've grown up with people with long hair. So, and I've seen people who had long hair. I remember I used to have this advisor when I was younger, in school, and I don't know, I think she was from Trinidad. She was dark skinned and her hair was fucking long, and she had like, her texture was so gorgeous. And I always used to say to her, I love your hair. And she'd be like, we've got the same hair texture. Like, why do you keep going so insane over it? Sorry guys, something's like irritating me. She didn't understand why, like, scratched myself earlier. She didn't understand why, like, I was obsessed with her hair, because in her mind, it's like, me and you've got the same hair texture. And I'm just like, okay. But, again, like, I was always around beautiful black women that had beautiful long hair. So it was just like, where is this concept of like black women don't have long hair, or all our hair is like nappy, and then so, now I've been like seeing a lot about hair, especially like people are just raving about Beyonce's hair. It's like, she's got long hair. Like, why are people surprised about that? Like, I just don't understand the whole obsession with hair. And I think most of the time, the people that make comments is either people that are not happy with their own hair, people that don't have any hair, people that don't look after their hair, or people that are of a certain race or color, and they can't make sense of how your hair is the way you are, but you don't look like them. And I think that, the lesson here is that we all just need to practice self-love, because I'm seeing like a lot of like exotical channels, which a lot of them I've been watching and I have been resonating with some of what they're saying, but I do kind of feel like it's creating more segregation than anything, because I kind of feel like a lot of the times people would just be coming in the comment section to like indirect each other, and it's like a fight against, I just found out kind of like what an exotical was the other day, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm classed as an exotical. I just know that like other people have told me that I guess I'm exotic, because it's like I guess I don't have the typical like black features. Like I don't have big, juicy, beautiful black lips, which I wish I did. My nose, I guess, is on the smaller side. Like my mom always says that to me, like, oh, you have a small nose, or you have a nose like your dad, so the way I see it is kind of like, I don't have the typical black features that are promoted in the media for what a typical black person looks like. But what people need to understand is that black people come in all shades, all colors, all sizes. We produce all hair textures. It's not like, oh, well, you must have white in you for your hair to be like that because such and such and such and such. And then people like to glorify if they do have mixes in them. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I found out that I had a white great granddaddy, that's not something I'm going to be raging about, because the way I see it is, okay, how the fuck did you get in my bloodline? Was my great grandmother raped? Okay, I mean, because we all know what was going on way back when. I'm not going to be walking around like, gassed that I've got mixes in me, because the first thing I'm going to be thinking about, okay, is how did you actually get into my bloodline? Like, was it consensual? Like, what really happened there? Because I'm a spiritual person. I'm elevated. I don't really focus on the like aesthetics and the whole like, I'm above and beyond that bullshit. I look at hair as like a spiritual thing. Hence why I don't fuck with the weaves and the whole like, the human hair. I think to wear somebody else's hair on your head is actually disgusting. There's a lot of trauma that's attached to it. There was one woman who, I mean, I already spoke about this in the War on Black Beauty video, but there was one woman who, she kept on getting headaches after wearing this human weave or wig. When she went to the doctor, she actually found out that she had flesh-eating maggots that had went into her brain, because the hair that she was wearing was stolen off of a dead corpse. And I've been telling people that for years, like, when you're wearing these human hair, you don't know where they're getting it from. You don't know the trauma that somebody's going through. You could be tapping your head every 5 minutes, and you don't know the reason why you're tapping your head is because you probably got some fucking flesh-eating maggots going on. And that's why half these bitches don't be thinking right. They're ignorant as fuck, okay? They're always angry. You know what I mean? Because you've got somebody else's energy attached to you. So it's kind of like the obsession with like looking mixed or wanting to be mixed. Like if you're mixed and you're beautiful, you're mixed and you're beautiful. But it's like black people are fucking exotic, regardless of whether we're mixed or not. And that's basically what I was trying to say here is like, it's so like there's over 100 variations of black people. It's kind of like people are so confused as to like how you can be black, but you look like this or you look like that. And then if you look a certain type of way or you have a certain type of hair texture, it's like people try to either say that you're lying. Like even people are saying that Beyonce's hair is not real. It's clearly fucking real. Like obviously bald-headed bitches are the ones that are saying that, okay? Or bitches that are not happy with their own hair texture. Or it's fucking jealous white people. I don't know who the fuck it is, okay? But it's just like, when someone ain't got no sense or they ain't got no hair when they're just chatting some shit. I would never go around and tell somebody that their hair isn't real when it obviously is. Unless, you know what I mean, I have some type of insecurity about my own fucking hair. And I've been a victim of that. Like every time my hair is fucking straight, and when I mean like I don't straighten my hair silky straight anymore, but when I used to, I would have in my old workplace, I used to have like women queuing up to come to my till because they wanted to see if my hair was real. That's how toxic the black community is. It would be like, oh no, I know your hair is real because I can see you have a gray hair. I'm like, okay. One time this black girl said to me like, oh, what weave is that? I remember my hair was red at the time and she asked me what weave I was wearing. I said, it's not weave. And then she was like, oh, and you could tell she didn't believe me. And then afterwards, I said, well, why would you assume it's weave? And then she goes, oh, because, black girls, we don't really have hair like that. And I'm just like, well, I'm a black girl and I do. You know what I mean? I just feel like the ignorance, and especially within our own community, I just think it's really disgusting. And I feel like, you just need to love yourself. Like I said, I don't support texturism. You know, I know light-skinned girls that have got more coarse, natural, like what people would consider as nappy hair, and they feel like they don't fit in with the mixed people because their hair's not wavy, and then they don't fit in with the black people because they're too light. And it's like, why are we trying to fit in? We are all part of the same community. Like, why are we not welcoming to each other? If you've got pretty hair, you've got pretty hair. You know what I mean? And pretty hair doesn't mean like hair like mine, or if your hair's even looser or curls. Like my hair, I don't even know what category my hair is in. I don't say I'm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8B, 2B, 5B. Because I've shown my hair in all its textures, when it's frizzy, when it's afro, when it's wavy, when it's curly, when it's blown out. I'm not ashamed. Like, I embody all hair textures. And then that's another thing. It's like when your hair goes from curly to straightened, it's like people don't believe it's the same hair. It's like it's fucking science, bitch. Did you go to school? You always having to prove that your hair is raw, it's the same hair. Well, I don't understand, because your hair was short and curly yesterday, but now it's big and blown out. You must have tracks in there. That's not all your hair. That's not all this. That's not all that. Like, what the fuck? It's just weird to me. It's weird that, like, you're always having to fight to prove that something about you is real. That's how fake this society is. That's why I say that people need to, like, start showing and embracing their natural selves, because so much people are confused. I understand the white people because they don't really know shit about us. That's why they're always studying us and they're so obsessed with us. I can understand them not really understanding how our hair works. I can understand that if they see like somebody and you've got like shrinkage and the next day your hair's all the way down your back, but the day before it was above your ears, they could be a bit confused by that. I understand. But like as a black person, I don't really understand that. I don't understand why black people are putting their hands in each other's hair to try and feel the tracks and to see if it's real. And I think that goes on to my next point with the fake bitches, because then there are these other bitches that will pretend that their hair is real. Other people will perm their hair and pretend that it's naturally straight or it's naturally curly, okay? And I fucking hate those types of bitches. Like, if you want to do whatever you want to do with your hair, do it. But I don't like when people pretend. Like, if you're black, just say that. Stop pretending to be mixed. Like, I saw a reader the other day and she was like, oh, I'm not dark skinned. She clearly was. She just had like this, she just, in her mind, she thought she was like mixed. Now, she may have had mixed blood, but she had green contacts in. She had beautiful long hair, but her hair was permed. And she said that, you know, oh my God, like I'm, because she was pulling cards and she pulled kinky hair and she's like, I do not have kinky hair. My hair is naturally straight because I'm mixed. I'm like, you bitch, your hair's not naturally straight. Because when my hair is straight and my hair looks silkier and fucking straight and more European than yours does. And my hair's like this. So I know when somebody's hair is permed. And it's okay. If your hair is permed, your hair is permed. I don't believe in perm. I don't believe in anything that kills your kinks and your spiritual attachment to source, because our hair is antennas. But that's a different conversation for a different day. If you're not spiritual, then let's not even have this conversation, okay? That's a different conversation for a different day. I don't agree with any of that. But if you want to do that shit to your hair, that's cool. But let's stop pretending. Let's stop pretending. Stop pretending that you're mixed. Stop attaching your beauty to being mixed. Attach your beauty to being black. Do you know how much people want to mix with us because they want cute babies? They have to come to the blueprint in order to get that. But I hate that. I hate when people like I said, you can do whatever you want with your hair, your body, and your skin. But what I'm trying to say is I don't like when people do certain shit and then they pretend that it's natural. Because then what happens is when it's like women like myself and we've actually got naturally wavy, curly, silky hair, it's like other bitches don't fucking believe us, or we've naturally got hair that's going all the way down to our backs. Bitches don't believe us because you got other bitches out here that are fucking pretending, and then you find out that they're a fake bitch. So now we've got to fucking prove ourselves even more. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying that, and it's like if you're light skin or you're mixed race and you have weave, people will assume it's your natural hair. But then if you're brown skin or you're dark skin and you got like curly hair like mine, people will be like, oh, what did you do? Like, do you know how many times, how did you get your hair curly? How did you get your hair curly? Oh, my hair's naturally like this. Okay, but how did you get, like, they don't believe me. Oh, is that your natural hair? Oh, it is real. Okay. So many fucking questions. It's annoying. And if you're like me, I'm sure that you can relate, because it's like, that's how you know you are exotic, because people, they don't understand your beauty. Like, how did you get like that? And then it's like you're having the same conversation every day. Like, most workplaces haven't even seen my natural hair, because every time I used to have my natural hair out, it would just, this energy from people. People will start treating me different. They'll start being mean to me, or there'll be so much fucking questions. It's like, why are you so fucking obsessed? Like, I don't understand what the obsession is with, like, fucking black women and hair. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the obsession as well as, like, pretending and lying about who you truly are. Like, how can you hate something that's naturally yours? The white man really did damage people, man. And then people will use that as an excuse. Slavery, society, wanting to fit in. Why are you trying to fucking fit in? Be exotic. Be different. A lot of other races and cultures look the same. That's the beauty of being black, is that, like I said, we come in all different shapes, all different sizes, all different skin tones, all different hair textures. Why not embrace the diversity of different hair textures? Every time I see a woman that's got afro hair and it's thick and it's out, I'd like to stop and compliment her. Because that's another thing as well. When you've got, like, hair texture like mine, it's like people automatically think that you're like a texturist and you think that you're better than everyone because you've got this. And, like, I had a friend the other day that was saying something about, oh, well, my hair's not like yours. I said, don't say that. She was like, you know, you got that good hair. I said, don't say that. I said, I don't have that good hair. Don't be telling me that I've got that good hair. Because if you're telling me that I've got good hair, then that means that you're saying that your hair is bad. Who told you that? Who told you that? Before the white man introduced texturism and colorism and racism, you know, we took pride in our fucking hair and our different hair textures. We were kings and fucking queens, but they don't talk about that shit. If you're a black woman and you don't embrace your natural hair, your natural curl pattern, that says something about you. That's something inside of you that you need to heal, that has been passed down through years and years. And like I said, for me speaking about this with the hair texture that I've got, it's like, whatever. Because people will be like, okay, but your hair is like that and you don't understand. But my hair can be frizzy. You know what I mean? I've worn my hair out naturally frizzy. My hair's, like I said, my hair is several different textures. But what I'm trying to say is, like, this is my point. If you look a certain type of way or you have certain features, you can't speak up about things because it just instantly becomes like attack and a back and a forth and this and the third. And it's like, really, it's just self-love, because I think what we really need to be doing as people is telling each other how beautiful we are, rather than like fighting against each other. This is why I love, you know, I have a fetish about locks. Like, if I had the patience, I would have locks. Because people with locks, they're in their own fucking lane. Like, it doesn't matter what hair texture you have. If you grow locks, it's all going to look the fucking same. You know what I mean? The people who have locks, they don't have to deal with this bullshit. But it's like, if you have like a certain hair texture, it's like, you know, you're in a certain category and then like you can't fit here because, you know, like with the light skin girl who I was talking about, where she couldn't fit in with the mixed people because of her hair texture, but she couldn't fit in with it's the same thing if you're like brown skin and you got hair like this. People don't really understand. And depending on how I do my hair, like whenever I twist my natural hair, like, because I'll straighten it and then I'll twist it. Like, every time I do my hair like that, I always have like a Somalian woman coming up to me talking in her language because she thinks I'm Somali. Because, you know, Somalian people, they have kind of like large foreheads and I've got kind of like a big forehead. So when I like twist my hair and I straighten it, I think it looks real silky. So I don't know. Like, one time a couple years ago, my neighbor who used to live underneath me, he doesn't live there anymore. He's really old and he used to have this carer. And one time she came in because he wouldn't let her in. So I went downstairs to let her in, and then she's like talking to me like blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. I only speak English. And then she was like, oh, sorry, I thought you spoke my language. I said, where are you from? So she said I think she was like half Somali, half Eritrean or something. And I was like, well, I'm Caribbean. And then she was like, oh, sorry. And I said, why did you think I was, you know? And then she was like, oh, your hair. She said something about my hair. So I was like, okay. But, you know, it's just like, that's the thing. Depending on what my hair looks like or how I have it, depends on what people think I am. What color I'm wearing. Like, when my hair is red, it brings out the brownness in my skin. It depends what color I'm wearing, what my hairstyle is like. People think I'm from different places, but people are always trying to figure out where I'm from, based on my hair texture. It's like, what are you mixed with? What are you mixed with? Black magic, bitch. Okay, I'm mixed with the sun, the moon, and the stars, bitch. Why do we always have to say that we're mixed with something to make sense of our beauty? Why can't we just own the fact that we are black? Because even if you are mixed or you've got mixed blood in you, people will say, oh, that's why your hair's like that. Oh, that's why you look like that. Oh, that's why you look. No, I look the way the fuck I look is because me black and me beautiful. Oh, simple. And it doesn't mean that like I'm more exotic than somebody who's got more coarse or thick or kinkier textured hair. That's why I made a whole natural hair deck, and I'm actually working on a part 2. Okay? We are all exotic. You know, the coarser your hair is, the more it sticks up towards the sun. It defies gravity. That's a direct connection between you and the fucking universe. The darker your skin is, the closer you are to matter. I mean, know thyself. Because that's the thing, when you know yourself, you're not going to be going back and forth with people and talking about light skin, dark skin, brown skin, all of the skins, the isms and the texturism. And it's like, someone's either fine as fuck or they're not. You could be black, white, or polka dot. You're either pretty or you're ugly. Period. Why are we attaching beauty to skin tone? We don't live in those times anymore. Let's stop using that as an excuse. Oh, well, you know what? To be accepted in society. Why the fuck are you trying to be accepted? I'm trying to be an individual me. I don't give a fuck if people accept me or not. I will look however the fuck I want to look. But best believe I ain't trying to look like you. Know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be more individuality expressed. And there needs to be more respect for one another. Especially as black brothers and sisters. And I think black men as well in particular, because, you know, all races are attracted to me. And I got more people attracted to me, like, whenever my natural curly hair is out. They love that shit when my hair's all wild and shit. They love the white people, the white man, them love it. The Turkish man, them love it. Whenever I've dated anyone that's been mixed race, they love that shit. They make me feel like I'm some type of trophy or some type of prize. Like, look at this black girl that I'm dating. They love that shit. Because you're different. You're unique. You're exotic. You don't look like everybody else. You know, most black guys who I've spoken to, they always say like, oh, I love you. That one of the main things that black guys tend to like about me is that I don't wear much makeup. I mean, I don't wear no foundation. I just fill in my eyebrows and put a little eyeliner on. I don't have eyeliner on today, and a little bit of blusher. But I don't, I mean, you already know I don't have much makeup on because I keep rubbing my nose, hay fever. But that's one of the things that they'll say, you know, oh, it's so hard to find someone with natural hair and like they don't wear much makeup, and like guys love that shit. And I always say to men, like, you need to be expressing that more though, because a lot of these women, they'll be doing the most to try and get your attention, or they're trying to compete with each other. But you know, those dumb bitches that be competing with each other, they compete with each other to get men. And it's like the men, they like the plainest looking woman, like the woman that ain't doing the most, because they know that you're a natural beauty. They know that when they wake up in the morning, they don't have to worry and see like your hair's halfway across the room and your eyelashes all the way down past, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. Honestly, they love that shit. They love, sorry, my hay fever, man. Oh God, the pollen count is going to be so high because it's late. Oh, confirmation, it's late. And my nose is itching me like this. So this means it's going to be just a hard week, man. But, you know, sorry, guys, if anybody's irritated by that. But it is what it is. I have allergies. And I don't take antihistamine or anything. I just don't take the devil's medicine. But I need to get an air purifier. That's what I need to get. And I don't know why I won't get it, you know. With me, I have to, like, go through the struggle before I'm like, okay, enough is enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. This is how I am. Like, you know. But anyway, because I believe sometimes that's how you beat things, you know. Your body can become immune after a while, but, you know, no, because my nose is going to start swelling up. It's already starting to get a little bit big. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because I do appreciate these topics. I do appreciate these other channels talking about stuff like this, especially, like I said, when you fall more under the exotic category, because it's kind of like, it makes it difficult for you to speak about certain things, because people be like, well, you don't have this hair texture, so you don't know what it's like, or you don't have this and you didn't have this, didn't, and it's like, but I'm fascinated with our culture as a whole, and I embrace everyone. That's the thing. If I think that you're beautiful or that your hair's gorgeous, I will tell you. That's the difference between me, like, and some other women who've got like more looser textured curls or whatnot. They think that they're all that in a bag of chips. They'll be the ones walking around like, yeah, I got the good hair, you nappy ass bitch, and this, that. Especially the American community. I mean, the culture over there is just a different kettle of fish, man. The hatred over there is a different kettle of fish. It's just, it's on a different spectrum, altogether. Oh. But I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, oh, well, I'm this and I'm that. And like, well, you know, if my hair's out and it's blown out and it looks nice and long, I'm happy, because half the time I don't know what my natural hair length is like, because it's in a short curly state. So when my hair's looking, you know what I mean? But it's not like I'm like, oh my God, look at my hair and look at yours. Ew. Like, no, I love all textures, all lengths, everything. Like I said, I have a fetish with locks right now. And locks is matted hair. But I think locks are beautiful. Like, I don't know why, I just love locks. And like, to me, when someone has locks, I just feel like they have proper knowledge of self, and they are like the true connection to the divine, because they know their hair is literally antennas. Like, I think it's just so beautiful, you know. But I think that you need to embrace yourself. I feel like we need to embrace each other. I think this whole texturism thing is really fucking ridiculous. Just because your hair texture is a certain type of way, it does not make you better than anybody else. That's the media, that's the government, that's the white people that's doing all of that shit. And I feel like when you are proud of yourself, no matter what you look like, if you're a black woman and you're proud of yourself and you're not trying to look like any other bitch, you're not pretending to be mixed and shit, you're not pretending, you're just embracing whoever the fuck you are and however the fuck you look, it makes other people feel really threatened, because say, you know, you are the epitome of what society says is beautiful, and then you see some like brown skin or dark skin woman walking past you, and she looks all exotic and she's embracing her afro or her natural curls or whatever. She's not trying to look like you. Now you kind of feel like, okay, well, wait a minute, what? Because that's how it is. It's like, hold on a minute, like, you love yourself, you love your skin, you love your hair. Wait a minute, you don't wear weave? You're not trying to straighten your hair and look like a white bitch? Or you're not trying to look like a mixed bitch? Or you're not trying to enhance it? Like, no, bitch. It's like it's a problem. Why can't our beauty just be unique? Like, one woman's beauty doesn't take you away from your own. Period. And I feel like we need to spend more time telling each other that we are beautiful. And then you've got the black girls who like are clearly self-hating, but they always want to talk about black issues all the time. But it's like, but you keep wearing a wig though, so I can't really relate to you, because you want to talk about black women and talk about afros and shit, but you never wear your natural hair, so shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? There's always these excuses, when really the excuse is that you just don't like your hair. And you feel threatened by anybody who has the desired hair texture that you wish that you had. And then if you are someone that perms or does anything, you have to upkeep that. That's the thing about being fake. Fakery has to be maintained. I don't have time for all of that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever I was born with is how the divine wanted me to look. And I embrace or enhance what is already there. Hence, like with the curls, I mean, right now, you know, I could show you. I bought a different thing today that I wanted to try out. So we can do it today, because I was going to do a hair video, but I'm going to wash my hair soon. So, okay, this is very like ew, but I'm just going to put a bit of product right now. This is a curl activator. So let's see what it does. Okay. Just adds a bit of sheen, really. It smells really good. It's not really doing much. Just adding a little bit of sheen. You know. But this is an example of me enhancing what I already have. Just putting a bit of product on there. You know. And that's that. Period. I mean, If I want my hair frizzy, I just blow it out. If I want it straightened, if I want to twist it, but I like curly hair and I'm just enhancing my curls. I'm not over manipulating it. It is what it is. But if I had kinky hair, which again, I feel like, when I just leave my hair wild, it's kinky, I would embrace that too. You have to know what type of hair you have and find out what works for you. And, I'm always like, the other day on my other channel, I shared a video of this girl that had like more kinkier textured hair and she had like all of these beautiful afro hairstyles. There's so much that we could be doing. To embrace what the divine naturally gave us. But it's like westernized culture, because when you go to different places where there's like predominantly black people or whatnot, they don't, what I was going to say, they don't really suffer from that. But I've heard some stories. I feel like the curse of the westernism is kind of spread everywhere. But it's just like, we just kind of just need to love ourselves. And because when we love ourselves, we can love each other without there being like a threat to ourselves and our beauty. Like sometimes you might see a woman and you kind of feel some type of way because she's really gorgeous and you feel like, oh, I wish I could be that pretty. But it's just like, not to the extent where you kind of just want to kill her or start being really mean to her or whatnot. Someone can't help how the fuck they look like. And if somebody makes you feel insecure, that's just your body allowing you to know that there's something in you that you maybe need to work on. And, it is the full moon in Scorpio today. I mean, you can watch this video at any time, but, maybe that's emotions that you need to release. For those of you that are spiritual, release, self-hatred. You know what I mean? Towards yourself and towards other people. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It doesn't, wherever you come from. I feel like there's beauty in all races, in all cultures. And I just kind of feel like the whole stereotype thing is what annoys me, because I just do feel like that it's like people want to put you in a box or a stereotype, and then when you don't fit that box or you don't fit that stereotype, they try to force you into some box or some stereotype. Okay, well, you must be mixed with this, or you must be doing this, or did you do this, or did you do that? And it's like, well, the only reason you're saying all of this is because you must do that, or a bitch that did, or you come from a family of bald-headed bitches. I mean, I don't know. I can only go with what I grew up with and what I'm used to seeing in my family. And I'm not used to seeing women that don't really have much hair. Like, I'm not used to seeing that as a black woman. So to me, that was news to me. And I noticed that it's marketed in the media as well. Like, I would always see like soaps and programs on TV where there's like always that pretty mixed race girl. And then they find a black woman, and the black woman has to be ugly as fuck. But then the black guy is always handsome no matter what tone he is. And I was like, what's that about? You're telling me they can't find a beautiful brown skin or dark skin woman? They're everywhere. But it's marketed like that because people want you to think that like black women only come in one size and one shape and one way of looking, and that if they do have short hair or it's thick or whatever, it's ugly. And it's not. You can have short hair or thicker hair and be beautiful as fuck. People prefer different textures. They prefer different skin tones. That's preference. But it doesn't mean that if you prefer something over the other, that it means that it's better or that it's worse for the majority of people. You know what I mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, at the end of the day. Most people could think I'm really fucking ugly and they could fucking hate my hair texture. But I don't think I'm fucking ugly and I don't hate my hair texture. So somebody else's opinion of me is not going to matter. Do you know how much times I'm always getting bullied for how I look? People always want to chat shit about me, my hair, my tits, my teeth, everything. It doesn't affect me mentally because I have done the work for me to kind of love myself and love what I see in the mirror. Someone else's opinion of my beauty doesn't affect me because I have to walk around with myself each and every day. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't like the way I look, you don't have to fucking look at me. That's the way I see it. But the security, the insecurity is like on 100 lately, and it's just really sad. And it's like I said, when you're a black woman and you just look a little bit different to what everybody thinks a black woman is supposed to look like, it's just like, okay, well, I mean, what conversation can I really join at this point? Because you got the self-hating coons over here, you got the bitches over here that's pretending to be something that they're not. Then you got the bitches over here that are just hateful as fuck. Then you got these bitches. It's like, yo, like, I'm just trying to connect with the divine and source and to raise my community up. But it's really hard to do that when, you know, your own community is always bringing you down. And there's, like I said, there's always segregation. So even if you feel like you're coming together as a group, it's like, well, this versus this and this versus this. And, you know, okay, now we're the exoticals. And it's like, okay, I thought, you know what, I can relate to some of those videos. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like it's kind of sneak dissing each other. It still allows room for like people to kind of be like, well, the light-skinned people think this and the dark-skinned people think this and the mixed people think this and the blacks think this and and it's like, why can't we just come together and celebrate each other and just understand that we are all unique looking, we all have different textures and flavors and whatever, and it is what it is. It's either you're fine as fuck or you ain't. Like, why does there have to be like this whole like back and forth thing? I just don't understand it. Like, I just think if someone's pretty, they're pretty. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's what I wanted to say for today. God, my nose is itching me. And then half these bitches that be talking about this stuff as well, it's like they don't even show themselves. That's another thing. So it's kind of just like, how do you know that it's not like a white woman creating a channel just to just chat shit? Because she knows that if she wasn't like, what was that woman? What was that famous woman? And everybody found out that she was white. Oh, I can't remember who that woman is. But you guys, is it Rachel Zoe or something? You guys know who I'm speaking about. But it's like one of those, sometimes you kind of think to yourself, sometimes I need to see some of these women that are making these channels. Because a lot of the times they'll be using like different images of different women to make their point. And I'm like, okay, but what do you look like? Because I just want to know, because you know how it is, sometimes there's those Karens out there and there's a lot of races that are not of blackness, and they feel like it's necessary to speak on black issues, and they disguise themselves because they want to put their 2p piece in. And I just really don't understand that. Like, I've noticed that people do that a lot on my other channel. Like, when I make hair posts or whatnot, it will be like a non-black person that's commenting some like, you know, negative shit or something that it's like something they can't relate to. It's like, why are you commenting? Because you can't even relate to this. Like, just shush. So, you know, sometimes I don't even trust certain channels where I don't see what the person who's created the video looks like, because, you know what I mean? Sometimes people, they're just insane and they just want to make themselves relevant to a situation that has no relevance to them, because they're not interesting enough to talk about. Or because they want to indirectly create wars within the black community, which is what they've been doing for fucking years. Wanting to keep us segregated. To stop like loving each other, when really we are the fucking epitome of fucking beauty. We are the exotic ones. Hence why we come in all different shapes, colors, and sizes. But it's like I said, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Like, if you're attractive, you're attractive. I don't feel like hair or skin tone is defines somebody's beauty or not, because I've seen people with all different hair textures and all different skin tones that I think are gorgeous, and I've seen people with the standard of beauty, the standard of what society said is beautiful, and I've thought some of them were ugly as fuck. So what is the standard of beauty? Let's be our own standard of fucking beauty. How about that? How about that? God, I wish I had an American accent. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to just say what I wanted to say. Like I said, if you got offended by anything I said, I just really don't give a fuck. I said what I said. It is what it is. I'm not a self-hater, and I don't hate other people. If I think someone's beautiful or attractive, I don't have no qualms with saying that. I'm just tired of the whole texturism thing in particular. I'm tired of like hair. I'm tired of like, especially black women having to prove that their fucking hair is long and shit. I'm tired of the lace wigs and this. I'm just tired of the fake shit. I'm tired of people pretending to be something they're not. I'm tired of people begging to be this, that, and the third. Like, just embrace who the fuck you are and just be proud of yourself, bitch. And be proud of other people. Stop dragging other people down because they don't look like you or because they don't want to look like you. Or because, you know, they're different or they're unique. Stop bullying people because you're insecure about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, just stop doing all of that shit. Like, what you need is fucking healing. Okay? But everyone is beautiful. Oh, well, let's be realistic. There's beauty in every race and culture. Just like how there's ugliness in every race and culture. You know? Okay, bye.